everyone, and welcome to today's series. It's going to be a new one. Alternate future of the world. So this one is inspired again by 80s Pro series. This one starts in 1880 because map chart doesn't have an 1870 map, which is sad. But anyway, I've worked out the kink. So, without any further ado, let's jump straight in. We should stop showing. Yeah. So, the first event happening today. Germany is a new country. They were founded in 1871, I think, or 72, after beating the French in the Franco-Prussian War. Which means the French don't like them. And before that, they beat the Austrians. So now the Austrians don't like them. And they also stole a whole bunch of influence in southern Germany from the Austrians, which means the Austrians double don't like them. And they stole a whole bunch of territory from France, which means the French double don't like them. So, we will see the formation of an alliance against Germany, if I can show you, between Austria, France, and Austria's Republic. I just called this Austria and this. Oh my gosh. Between Austria, France, and Bosnia, because they're Austria's puppet state at this time, I think. And then they got annexed in 1808. Flexing my knowledge here. So yeah, that was going to happen. The next event for today's, is Africa. Yes, I know that's an amazing event. So, let's fast forward to the year 1884. And we're going to have the Berlin Conference. However, in this timeline, I think we're just going to have it go differently. No? It's alternate. It's got to go differently. Alright, like it's alternate. So, I'm going to come back when I am done. Capiche? Oh, thank God. If I'd hit F10, that would have been so screwed. Hit F9 though, so safe. Okay, so let's have a look at this map that I drew up. So, let's start with the almonds. The almonds are going to get this bit and this bit, like so. The French are going to get a big bit that says French, like so, which includes parts of the Congo, which I'll talk about in a second. So it will be annexed like so. Voila, for French Africa. They will also be getting all of Madagascar. Like so. Okay, on to the Brits. Right, so let's talk about the Congo. So in our timeline, they didn't really know who to give the Congo to, so they just kind of gave it over to Belgium. They're just like, hey, yeah, dude, well, it's too much for like one of us to have, so just take it. And then bad things happened. But yeah. So in this timeline, because Britain obviously wants to build their Cape to Cairo, right? They make a lot of concessions to get this half of the Congo, which includes the French getting this part of the Congo. The Germans basically were like, okay, you can split up the Congo between you two, but like, just give me a bit more somewhere else, just to make it fair. And I mean, the British and the French, they both agreed. I mean, the French definitely agreed because they're just like, oh my lord, we just got desert, bro. We just got desert. So, yeah. We'll get down to here in a minute. Actually, no, we'll do that now. So also, the Dutch are going to get this bit and this bit. So this is the Orange Free State, right? one like former Dutch colony with like loads of Dutch people in it, and it was pissing off the British. And one of the concessions that Britain made was basically the Netherlands would get this back and they'd get access to it. So that's why this is now Dutch. But yeah, so all of Namibia, for example, will be going over to Britain to try and build this, along with all of this and this. And obviously there are bits of Sudan that they got IRL. Now this allows them to go from Cape to Cairo, you see. So they can build the great Cape to Cairo railway, just like they wanted to. Although goodness knows why they wanted to. I mean, I'm a Briton, I don't even know why they wanted to, because like, the whole thing was boats. And it was just like, yeah, let's build a massive railway that makes boats useless. I'm sorry, what was I thinking, bro? What was my ancestors thinking, not gonna lie? When the whole thing is boats, why are we trying to make boats irrelevant, not gonna lie? But yeah, so yeah, Britain got all of that. Britain will also be getting this, because I think they got it in our timeline. If not, well, it's a cheeky little quirk of this. And Britain will also be getting this, because I think that they also got it in our timeline. But again, if I get it wrong, it's just a cheeky little quirk, making the timeline weird. So, let's see, who's next up on the block? Let's go for Italy before I forget. So, Italy is going to get all of Somalia, they're going to get all of this, they're going to get all of Eritrea. However, there wasn't really a good deal that carved this bit, so Italy got a little bit more this way, and Ethiopia just got a little bit chunkier. Which is honestly not that bad, not gonna lie, we just get chunky Ethiopia. And they obviously got this bit because it was already settled by Europeans, and yes, we are just trying to go for like maximum border changes here, not gonna lie. And the French will obviously be getting Djibouti, like they did in Aquitaine. Yep, Ethiopia independent, because of course. Ethiopia is a strong, independent country. Not a woman, a country, but you get the point. Germany, let's go. So Germany got a lot of extra smidgens over here. They just got like all of Kenya, all of Uganda. German. So yeah, now that's all German. Yeah, Jesus Christ. Oh my holy jump scare, it was just my mum knocking on the door. Oh my lord. Well, that will certainly make it entertaining. What was I on about? Germany, yeah, they took some extra land up here, So yeah, bada bing, bada boom, this is now all German. This one, also German, just like it was in our history, it's not weird. Cameroon is just German. I don't know why I said it this one, but yeah, Cameroon also goes German. Goes Deutsch, yeah. Portugal, let's go. So, Portugal, they had to trade away a little bit over here, I think it was. So, they got a little bit of the Congo. And it's like, it's a spans and act, you trade like a bit of this territory away, you get a bit of this territory. It's only fair. And they had an exclave up here, so it's just like, yeah, well, we might as well connect it. So they did. Now, Portuguese Angola is big boy. The frick did I just say, brother? The freak did I just say? Portuguese Angola is now big boy. But anyway, and then similar thing over here, they had to give up some stuff. And just to, counteract the British over here, they just gave the Portuguese a little bit more. And just give them a smidgen more than they wanted, and yeah, then it gets big. So yeah, This is big Portugal. Big Portugal. I need to stop speaking and get back to locked in flow state. But yeah, so bada bing, bada boom. Portugal is now done. España, you're next up. So Spain gets their northern Moroccan bits. They're gonna get Western Sahara. Om nom 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 nom. Welcome to Spain. They're gonna get Equatorial Guinea. Oh, and I also forgot to mention, but Gambia is obviously British. Actually, you know what? Let's just give it to the Spanish. Like, why not? Honestly, it's just Gambia. I might as well just give it to the Spanish. And then the USA! Right? Because Liberia was here, they were just like, you know what, we could just make it a colony anyway. And then they made it a colony. And so Liberia is now a direct US colony. USA! USA! So they're spreading their democracy to Africa. So yeah, next up, we're going back to Europe. Where basically, because these guys are being meanies to Germany, right? Because Austria and France are being mean to Germany. Germany's like, oh, we'll just find somebody that doesn't like you, and they're just like, nobody doesn't like us. And then, bada bing, it's not, why is it not showing? Oh, that's because I did it on the wrong layer. That was like slightly less dramatic than I thought it would be. Bada bing, Germany is going to make an alliance with the Italians. Bada bing, bada boom. Also, yes, I did forget to put Corsica in there. I know, it was done. Yep, yada yada. And France is just like, what the fudge? The fudge? The shigma? The skibbity doilet? We're cutting this. But France, yeah, they're just like, my lord, brother. Okay, that's it. I've had enough of you. They were pissed off about Africa, which isn't showing up on the map because I forgot to update the alliance map because I'm dumb. I just put the alliance map. No, I can't do that. Yeah, they were pissed off about Africa a bit because they got a lot of desert, despite the fact that they got more desert in our timeline. So, yeah, but they were still ticked off. To be fair, they had a reason to be ticked off. And I'm like, oh my lord, it's all Germany's fault. Germany's going to sign an alliance with Italy, and it's just not nice. It's just not nice. And they've had enough. So, they're going to declare war on Germany because they've had enough. They've had enough of this. They've had enough. Enough. Yeah, okay, maybe I said enough too many times, not gonna lie. But yeah, so France, Austria, Bosnia, they're going to go to war with, what do you call it? Germany and Italy. Now Britain over here is like the Sigma, but they just kind of, they're just going to leave it, you know. They're just like, it'll be fine, right? Like, it's not exactly like it's going to be a big war. It's not that concerning, right? Like, there's no way France and Austria would try to upset the balance of power and, you know, reshape the entire continent of Europe. Like, there's no way that they would ever try that. Yeah, they might be wrong. We'll see in a second. But yeah, so France is going to be the first one to make their moves. They're going to make a couple little incursions into Germany. But to be honest, the French, they ain't doing so hot. They were like, oh my lord, we're going to do so amazing. We're going to do so amazing. And yeah, no, this is such a short front line. There ain't no way they're pushing that. Ain't no way, Jose, son. So they then try like an Italian offensive, and to be fair, the Italian offensive's going pretty well. And it's offensive in Italy. Offensive in Italy. It's an offensive in Italy. But yeah. No, that's for Austria. Boo, Austria. Yeah, can we all get a collective boo, Austria, please? Because Austria is absolute dog crap. So yeah, Austria. Oof. That's not good. What? What the skibbity toilet? What did I just witness? What did I just witness, Austria? Austria just casually joining the war so confidently and then just, losing most of their industry. So yeah, just like I said, Austria's just lost most of their industry. But it gets worse. Like, it gets worse when Italy just take all of Tyrol, then they just start to take all of Venice, and it's just not looking good. It's just not looking good for you guys. I'm not gonna lie. If I was an Austrian, I would not want to be an Austrian. I want to be a German. But yeah, so that's all happening, and France is like, oh my lord, son, we really need to relieve some pressure off Austria. Now this short front line, the Germans are holding it really well. But what if we went around the short front line? So yeah, France is gonna ask Belgium, join the war please, join. And Belgium's like, fudge no? Just like, no. So, bum. And then, bada bing. Just gonna slightly change that. And then, nope, not quite yet. Then kind of like bada bing, bada boom, ba-ching, and then like skibbiding. And well, that's concerning, but yeah. So they've cut off Belgium from Germany, and well, Germany is not particularly happy, so that's not good. You've just upset Germany. But I mean, it is working. But you've also upset Britain, so this is kind of getting iffy now. And Britain's like, what the freak? The freak, my man, brother? Germany is not this scary, brother. We don't have to be doing this, brother. So yeah, they're arguably a little wound up, the French. But yeah, this isn't gonna save Austria. There ain't no saving Austria at this point, not gonna lie. Because Hungary's like, we don't want to do this. We don't want to do this. And then the Slovakians are also like, well, we don't want to do this either. And yeah, they'll join up, and then right. So Bosnia's just like, bang, we don't want to do this. And Italy's like, bang, we'll just take Dalmatia then. And bada bing, bada boom, Austria's got no sea access. So now Austria's not getting any French aid. And France is like, oh no, what do we do about this? What do we do about this? What do we do? I've got it. We extend the front line. And they're just like, Switzerland, hey, you want to join Switzerland? Like, hell nah, son. We the neutralist piece of poop you've ever found. So, bada bing, bada boom. Bada bing, bada boom, maybe? And then, well, let's just say this is not pretty. Also, this part should also be coloured in like that. But yeah, so this is not pretty. The French are just gonna go full barrel roll. Just like, and they'll take it some Switzerland, but they can't really get very far because Switzerland's basically a mountain, It's just like, you're just going to extend the front line even more. And Britain's just like, hell nah, son. Hell nah. What is going on here? Can we not? Like, can we just not? Right? Like, there's this thing called a balance of power. We had it. It was very balanced. I sound like Donald Trump. It was very balanced. We had it. It was very balanced. And then France, they extended the front line, and they extended the front line again, and now we have no balance of power. Austria's collapsing, no balance of power. But yes, the balance of power is gone. And Britain's just like, oh, shiver me timbers. Because they're a pirate. Maltese Pirate Republic. Yes, ISP. Do it. I don't care that you're not at 86k. 86k? 860k. You're gonna play Maltese Pirate Republic. You're gonna do it. But anyway, back to the video of doom. For poor Tony, Serbia is about to go boom. Except Serbia is not in the war. Or are they? Yep, because Serbia's gonna join the war. They're just like, oh, hell no. Hell no, we want our Bosnia. Serbia's like, we want our Bosnia. We want Bosnia. We're alright. And they're just like, oh yeah, there's some Serbs up here. Yeah, definitely. And they're just like, yeah, there's just cheeky. A little bit of this and a little bit of that. Yep, well, Austria is just gonna... Bye-bye. And now, France is very, very wound up. So France, being France, and Russia, being Russia, they just can't not, right? Like, Russia's like, oh my lord, son, there's free Austria-Hungary influence, now I can get free German influence. I'm sorry, this has the most random interruptions. You've got like the world's creepiest sounding ice cream truck. I think they might be failing to understand the point of ice cream truck music, but okay. Yeah, so Russia's gonna join the war, and Germany's like, oh, Scheiße. Scheiße, Heil the Kaiser. And, yep, this is not going to go well. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, Russia's already taken Königsberg. That's not good. Russia's already taken a lot of this. That's not good. You know, they've already taken lots of Eastern Germany. So now we're gonna have to like flood all the way out of here, then flood all the way away from here, and then Belgium capitulates. Britain's just like, oh my lord, son, what are we gonna do? Genuinely, what are we gonna do? If we join the blue side, we give Europe over to Germany, because let's face it, Italy's not doing they're just not doing anything. If we join the red side, we join the evil side, and we're enabling France and Russia. What do we do? It's the sound that you can hear in the British Parliament. So these guys are just like, yeah, well, what if we just like push back, said Italy, and then Italy was like, what if we just France, like, we just leave the war, and we take our territories from Austria, and that's it. We like be peaceful from now on. And they're like, okay, sure, I guess. So Italy's gonna be like, okay, bye bye war. And I am just gonna like, bada bing, bada boom. These aren't gonna be annexed. I just wanted to make it clear what Italy's, occupying. The treaty will be a bit different, obviously, because we can't just have, Italy being massive, despite losing the war. And now Germany's like, Scheiße. Well, Heil the Kaiser! And they're just gonna like full mass mob their entire population and be like, yeah, nah son. They're gonna push back the Russians a little bit. They're gonna struggle. They're gonna push back out the Rhine a little bit. They're gonna struggle. And yeah, well, this is not going good in the slightest. And then France is gonna be like, oh hell nah, son. I'll the Emperor. And bada bing, bada boom, the Rhineland's gone. Russia, they can't push anymore. Well, that's all of their guns gone. And then, well, these guys are just like, what are we doing here? Look, France will just surrender, okay, we'll just surrender, France, just surrender. And then Germany's like, oh, shizer. Oh, very big shizer. And then, bada bing, bada boom. Yep, that's because nobody wants to Heil the Kaiser anymore. So, everybody's like, nah, son, nah. Nah, this Germany thing's bad, son. This Germany thing's, And, yep, they're just gonna capitulate, and then, bada bing, bada boom, we get a peace treaty. Oof. So, while come back to you at the peace treaty. Oof. Yeah, that's the peace treaty and a half. Okay, so, without any further ado, let's get to breaking it down. So, Italy here. They're going to take all the way down the Asian coast in Venice because, you know, we left the war. And that was the deal. Serbia, bigger. They got Bosnia, and they're thinking about uniting with Montenegro, who, yep, I forgot to mention, but did join the war on the side of them. So actually, they will just unite with Montenegro because, like, they do that every time, and it makes the map look so much better. Yes. Right. So, next thing. Weird, ugly Hungary. Yes, I know, it looks ugly. Don't worry, it will be fixed. I need you to understand this. It will be fixed. I know it looks ugly. Right. Slovakia, Galicia. I didn't want Russia to annex Galicia because it looks horrid and is boring every time because it happens every time. So I thought, you know what? Just combine Slovakia and Galicia. Because, like, Slovakia got combined with Czechia. They aren't very similar, so, like, Slovakia and Poland? Like, it could work. So, yeah, we got Slovakia, Galicia. We have the Czech Republic. You got slightly bigger than in our timeline Austria. And then Germany. Oh, Germany. How far you have fallen. How the mighty fall. So, Rhineland. Rhineland. French puppet. Belgium. French puppet. You never get to guess what. Right? French puppet. In Baden. France annexed Austria. Alsace-Lorraine. Bavaria. Free country. France also took out a couple French cantons out of Switzerland, but in exchange Switzerland got Liechtenstein, so it's all good. Oh, and the Rhine also annexed Luxembourg, but nobody noticed. And Denmark got all of Schleswig-Holstein because they were kind of forced, not gonna lie. And then Russia, they took all of Prussia, so Russia and Prussia are now together, but not really because it's not a union, it's just Russia owning Prussia. They own a bit more of Poland, and Germany is a very, very sad country. But yeah, the alliance map, if we take a look, if it would turn on, you could see just how, like, butchered lots of these countries got by this war. It was a very bad war. Yeah. So yeah, this was like the Great War, but if it happened in like 1880, well no, it was after 1884, so it's like, we'll say it happened in 1885, it concludes, it's about 1900. So yeah, it's 1901. Just for funsies, it's 1901. Yeah, it can't be 19 on the dot, it's 1901. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I am definitely going to make the thumbnail look a bit better than I usually do, because like thumbnails, I'm not going to lie, always look crap. And I'm going to learn how to do proper thumbnails after this, so woohoo, yay! And yeah, episode 2 will be coming out soon, and I'm not going to discontinue the series. This one's going to stick, because I've actually quite enjoyed recording it. Also, apologies for the bike, we're still working it out, and I currently have got a cold. It's just my nose doesn't want to work at the moment. But yeah, that will do it for today's video. I am probably just going to record the second one straight after this because I'm enjoying it that much. So I will see you in the next one. Goodbye. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment. Do it now. Do it. Do it and we make a rat alternate history.